everybody. Welcome to our November bonus episode for Patreon. I'm here with an awesome cast. I'm super excited to run this game today. We are going to be running, I have to pull it out from under my keyboard, a Delve in the Cave, written by Jamie Chambers, who, by the way, we have right here on this stream. Yay! So this is going to be really a lot of fun. I would like to do a quick round of introductions. So I'd like you to just introduce yourself and then say what you're going to be playing. So I'm Sarah. I'm the CEO of Rem Alternus, and I'm going to be playing everything that wants to kill these guys. Let's go to Alex next.
Hey guys, I'm Alex. I'll be playing Gianna. She's a rock gnome rogue, and she's really into anything that is interesting in her mechanic, and she likes to tinker, and she's really smart but also really curious, so we'll see what kind of trouble she gets into.
Yay, trouble! Let's go with Lawrence.
Hello everybody, my name is Lawrence Calvert. I'm also known as Anansi101 on Twitch. I'm also known as Anansi in the street dance world for people who may have seen me on YouTube or seen me in battles. And I am playing a class variant ranger named Nazir Mandela. And yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Awesome, welcome. This is your first time streaming with us on Rem.
Yes,
Yay.
This is my first time streaming, so thank you for letting me come and have fun with y'all.
Looking forward to it. Thomas, how about you?
Hey, I'm Thomas. I sometimes stream with Rem Alternus. On Tuesdays, we do the Shadowrun, where I play Etienne. Today, I'm going to be playing Ollie McDade, the Celestial Warlock Halfling, who's comes from a little farming town, and he's been sent on a quest to help these people get rid of this nastiness that is covering the land.
Awesome. Jamie, let's go to you.
Oh, hi. I'm Jamie Chambers. I'm a writer and a game designer. And today I'm going to be playing Brother Gruck, a half-orc monk who was he was adopted by a human sort of Shaolin-style monastery when he was just a toddler. And so he's grown up as this kind of misfit, huge, giant wall of dumb meat trying to find enlightenment.
Aw, I love dumb characters. They're my favorites. Zhang Pao, how about you?
So I'm Zhang Pao. I'm going to be playing Heliala. She is a Centaur blood hunter. She was a barbarian, just typical Centaur. Then she decided to be a mercenary, and on one of the missions they went out, her like two-thirds of her party was wiped out by a very big evil, and it affected her a lot. And while trying to find a way to rectify this, she found out about the dark sources of the blood hunter. So now she is a blood hunter mercenary going out to try to be a better mercenary and not be afraid of what scared her the first time.
Awesome. And this is my first time playing with a Centaur in my party, so this is going to be fun. And finally, last but not least, we have Tom from the Rem team as well.
Hi, I'm Tom, also known as Teslan. I do a lot of the behind-the-scenes producing and technology stuff for Rem Alternus. I also GM a Dresden Files role-playing game on Monday nights for Rem. And I am going to be playing my first D&D character since the late 80s.
Yay!
So I think that's far enough to consider me a new to the system. So if it gets a little boring having me ask questions, please bear with me.
We'll fix it in post.
Yep, I am playing. Wow. Okay. I am playing Teslan, a human tempest cleric who likes to stand in front of things, and is good at absorbing damage, and just is very optimistic because why not? Nothing he's run into so far can hurt him very much. So
Famous last words.
yep.
All right, I'm gonna break my confidentiality agreement and tell you all. Sarah actually is gonna have me record everything over again. All of the characters in this adventure are gonna be me, fixed in post. So thanks for standing in for me, guys.
Please make that happen.
We'll do a mock version. That'd be
Yeah.
fun. Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to playing with you all today. Tom, thanks so much for running tech for me so that I can focus on telling a story. And let's kick off, guys. So we are playing D&D 5e rules, but this is in a custom world created by Jamie. So some of this stuff is going to seem a little unfamiliar, but it all is based in D&D lore. Jamie, can you tell us a little bit about this world? Give us a little context for where we are in this region?
It was always meant, this particular setting that this adventure takes place was always meant to be kind of easily plugged into corners of existing worlds, either published or homebrew. And this one is always meant to be kind of an analog to medieval Wales in a lot of ways, if that gives you an idea. And so this is kind of northern, off of this kind of, in your typical D&D Western medieval setting, this would be kind of just a little north, a little bit out of the way. But at least this region is known for producing wine that goes down into the more civilized parts of the country. And it has kind of a rough history of colonization that goes back hundreds of years before. So that's about as much as I'll say.
Awesome. Cool beans. So our group today has been traveling together with a caravan from big city to the next big city, hoping to kind of find their next adventure on the way, as each of them has started their career as little level 1 baby adventurers. And on your way, you have passed through Shadowhaven. So Shadowhaven, just to tell you a little bit about that, it's a human-dominated community of less than 1,200 people. The small town of Shadowhaven offers standard goods and services at normal prices. The mood of the town, though, you've all noticed, is a little bizarre. It's dark and nervous. No one sleeps well, and all manner of minor misfortunes happen, and nobody knows why. Though there are 2 smaller chapels on the outskirts, the center of town was dominated by a large church dedicated to a god of light and order. But as you guys made your way through this town and stayed for a couple days and stocked up on supplies and everything, you noticed that you started to be affected too. You guys haven't gotten a real great night's rest in quite a while. So you guys decide to continue on. The caravan has dropped off, and you're going to continue on toward your next destination. While you're in the town, you learn a couple of things just from talking and being like, what's going on here? So you've learned that the strange conditions in the town began just over 2 weeks ago. They were barely noticeable at first, but they've been getting worse after each sleep-deprived night. There's a woman named Wenda who lives outside the city, and she's been in a state of grief for the past month, claiming that her child was stolen and replaced with a changeling. Most people in town don't believe her. You guys haven't seen her since she's living outside the town, but most of the town thinks that her boy was lost or died during their travels. A few people believe that Shadow Elves could be responsible for the problems in Shadowhaven. It's kind of like that, superstitious, this explains why bad things are happening to us. Shadow Elves were driven out by their town founder years and years ago, and powerful magic was laid down to protect the region forever. So Shadow Elves haven't been seen in this region since. You also learn that the head priest of the town's church is wise and powerful, but he's lame and has difficulty walking. He claims he can't be healed of his infirmity because it's a lesson in humility to pay for earlier sins. So that's kind of like, it's just been a weird town. It's been a weird time. You guys are tired. So you guys head out outside of town, and after stocking up on whatever you guys need, and you get some rest outside of the town. And honestly, it's the first good night's rest you've had in quite a while, just being out there. So you guys pitched your camp early. You took your watches, and so you guys are actually feeling refreshed and ready to go before the first light has even appeared in the sky. Anything you guys want to do while you're cleaning up camp?
Well, Ali McDade on his side has been cooking breakfast for people, so he's cleaning up his stuff. He's the cook of the group, so that's what he's doing before leaving.
I'm sitting in a lotus position, just a little bit away from everybody, and then like saying my mantra really obnoxiously loud over and over again until it just drills into your brain and drives you crazy.
Gianna's feeling driven crazy. It's true. I'm out here just checking my short bow, making sure my daggers are all nice and sharp, and I'm like, oh my god, will this guy stop?
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking towards the horizon and like around us, seeing what's around us. Anything weird or something, not really anything attacking us, just, you know, something that just doesn't look like it should not be there, you know?
Yeah, so far, since it's before dawn even, it's still dark, but you're starting to hear the birds chirping in the morning. It seems like almost like you didn't even remember hearing the birds chirp when you were within the town. So like it's just kind of like you actually feel a little more like relieved than you have. You didn't even realize you were holding such tension in you for the past couple days, but everything seems more at peace here.
I am off about 30 feet away from the group, and I'm just with one of my with a stick that I found off the ground, just doing some writing some prayers to the moon goddess to watch over us. It's basically it's my way of blessing myself and my camp. It's something that I do almost every other night, like every night.
I am studying my spells, saying the morning prayers, but I slowly over time shifted them to the same cadence that the monk is using, doing his thing. So you hear two different sounds using the same cadence.
How infuriating for Alex's character.
Gianna's like, oh my god.
I don't even really notice what I'm doing. It just happens.
There's a reason why I'm 30 feet away.
I would like everyone to make a history check.
An appropriately terrible roll.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Wow.
Let's go.
My
Awesome.
first
All right,
D&D roll in 30 years.
Nice. Yay. Let's pop that cherry. All right. So Halalia, am I saying that right?
Yes.
Halalia, as you're kind of scanning the horizon, you're thinking back to how weird that town really was. And you remember hearing a story about the town's founder. That Brenin, who was the town's founder, was a powerful wizard and adventurer who freed this region from the dark fairy creatures who once haunted it, making the way for humans to settle. So you're kind of reflecting on that and what that means to you in terms of like, it sounds like a great story of adventure and, the superstition of the town or whatever. It makes for a nice story anyway. Let me see who else did. Okay, so Gianna, you As you're kind of reflecting and trying to tune out the monk and the cleric's ramblings, uh, you remember hearing that the hero Brenin once took refuge from his enemies in a cavern underneath an unassuming hill. Because it was the place he felt most safe, he asked for his bones to be laid to rest inside upon his death.
By now would have just called me Nas.
Nas? Okay.
Like I would have told everybody. I would have told everybody in the group to just say Nas,
Nas.
because
Okay.
Nazir. Most people don't know even Nas said.
So Nas remembers hearing about that it was an annual tradition for families to visit Brenin, which is Brennan's Hill, in the weeks following the harvest festival. They would pay their respects and leave an offering and thanks for their home and the heroes' sacrifices. The younger generation has been ignoring the traditions, and many don't know much about the founder these days. So that's kind of little bonuses that each of you has.
One more time.
Oh,
What do I
man,
know about the founder?
Not much. That's one of the things that you remember, other than he found and defeated Shadow Elves way back when. So, as you guys clean up your camp, you begin to make your way just as the sun is starting to come up. And as you make your way, you begin to notice a little bit of lyre music coming through the trees, along with the song of the birds.
Hey, do you guys hear that? I could swear I hear lyre music somewhere.
Gruck achieving enlightenment.
I don't know why I would hear that, though, Brother Gruck.
she makes a good point, says Early McDade while he's making sure his wand is ready for action.
Enlightenment is loud.
Yeah, I just kind of gave a glancing, like, yeah, it's over there somewhere. Like, it doesn't bother me. I'm just like, yeah, it's over there somewhere.
As you approach,
Enlightenment may be loud, but your enlightenment would not sound that nice.
Could I tell, like, what type of person this is? Like, is this a human singing? Is this an elf singing?
it sounds like a human woman, not quite middle aged, but it's got this haunting sadness to it, and it just keeps going. So the music just repeats over and over and over.
Should we go take a look?
I'm going.
Sounds good. I start walking in that direction.
Going.
I get to my feet and I'll follow the group,
Yeah.
I'm pretty curious.
humming
I
really
guess if
loudly.
everyone else is doing it, I guess I'll go with you guys.
So as you guys make your way down the road, the forest on either side of the road as it stretches ahead of you, you see in the morning light, it's just that kind of grayness just past dawn. You see a small house that's got a little porch, and it's got a woman in a rocking chair with a lyre that actually looks like it's the size of a child's lyre. But she's sitting playing with it with a teddy bear in her lap. And as you get closer, you see that she looks pale and gaunt. The door to the cottage is actually open with a dying fire. And that's the only light in the house, clearly like using that to kind of warm her up as she sits outside. Her eyes are red and puffy. And there's just like dried tears on her cheek, and that little snot drip coming down her nose.
I'm going to go ahead and approach her, slowly, and I'm going to listen to her song until she looks up to see us, and then I'll give a little clap. when
Did
she
we come at
acknowledges
bad
us.
time?
As you clap, that seems to kind of like snap her out a little bit, and she looks around at each of you. She lifts up her skirt and kind of wipes at her nose and her eyes and goes, "Sorry, travelers, I don't have much for you today. Usually, I'm here to offer a fresh drink or a place to rest on your travels, but I just have nothing left in me."
Oh, I think we're doing kind of okay, but you seems kind of in a distress. What's going on here?
Um,
Need anything?
her eyes just well up and overflow again, and she says, "It's been weeks. My Liu, he was snatched by something. I think it might have been the Shadow Elves. They replaced him in his crib with a changeling. I knew it wasn't my baby. I knew it wasn't." She tells you all about her toddler son, and that while she was accompanying her cousin on a trading excursion, her boy was stolen at night and replaced with some hideous creature. Only she could see its true form, which was dark and twisted, while others believed she was crazy. She later exposed it to the light of the sun. It screamed and scampered away. She's heard rumors of strange shadowy forms sighted near the hill called Brenin, and she knows that her son may be lost, but she wants to be sure she's done everything possible to find him or avenge him if he's lost forever.
I'm down for a good avenging, a little revenge killing. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Would you be willing to help look for him?
Which way is this
Yeah.
cave?
Yes, I'm surprised nobody in town was willing to help you. That's awful.
Yeah, they were talking about it when we were there, but people can be people sometime, you know?
I do not blame them. I
This
just
was the
want
crazy person that they were talking about?
And Ollie's just looking at him, staring daggers. Like, come on. Be nicer.
she bursts into tears and says, "No one would believe me. No one would believe me. They didn't see him turn into the terrible creature. But I know my son. I don't have much." She looks at Hilalia, right?
Yeah.
She looks at Hilalia since she had been the first to offer and says, "Please, if you'd be willing, I don't have much. All I have left is to my name is 50 gold pieces, but it's yours if you could help me."
Sure. Like I said, I'm always down for a good revenge killing.
She immediately brightens. She blows her nose in her skirt. She runs inside. She grabs.
To be taking this grieving mom's money?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Gold.
think we need to
Should we at
Gold
least try
not
to go find this
necessary.
kid first?
I mean, as a practical one, we could take some gold afterwards and see how much this little adventure costs us. And Gianna's gonna like check her agenda and be like, we don't have another job for a couple weeks. I mean, we might as well.
She comes bursting out of the house holding 2 potions of healing and hands them over to you. "I hope this helps."
Who wants to hold on to those?
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll-
be a
Can
good
you
help.
describe your child? And what is he called?
"His name is Liu." She spells it for you. It's Llew.
Blonde hair, short, black hair, tall? What are we
He
looking
looks
for?
just like me. He's got brown hair, very full head of hair. He's got green eyes. You could just his laughter just bubbles and brightens up any room.
And how do you think if we find the changeling instead, how would you say the difference are for somebody who can't see the twisted form?
Oh, you could expose it to the sunlight, and that little monstrosity doesn't laugh. It doesn't. His smile doesn't reach his eyes.
Right. Yes, as we said, money's not going to be necessary. Well, not for now. We'll come back with the child. We'll see then. Until then, you look like you could use a warm meal or something.
Take nap.
Yeah, and then McDade is gonna like take a sack from his backpack, take it out, and takes out some cheese and bread. Like you can have this. You need to put something to your stomach. Looks like you didn't eat for a while there.
She starts crying again and actually pulls at your sleeve and says, "Thank you. You're so kind. I haven't left my porch in days. In case he comes home, I don't want to step away, and he might hear his song, his lullaby, and he might come home if he hears it."
Yeah, let's hope.
You saw.
Go ahead.
Time you saw the young one, the child.
It's been a month.
Oh my. Wenda, I can't promise we're gonna find your little boy alive. I have to be honest with you, but we will try.
If the worst should happen, if you can avenge him, and if possible, bring his body home.
Yeah, we can bring the body.
On.
We will try.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Hey, while this is going on, can I start looking around the crib for any signs of like where this kid could have ran off to, or where someone could have?
Do you just head into her house and go look at the crib?
Oh, no. I'm good looking outside the house.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay. Oh my God.
It's been a month, Naz. Don't be upset about it. It's been a month.
Which way is cave?
Brenin is just up the road that way. You'll see a big clearing in the trees. There's forest on either side here, but just around the bend, you'll see a big clearing, and you'll see the hill right there.
Yeah, so
all right.
Halelia will just kind of get real buff, kind of puff out her chest, and then just kind of point in that direction and look at everybody else, be like, "So, we going?"
So you're gonna give me a ride, right?
Well, you're light, yeah, sure.
I hop on.
Aww. To be fair, ever since I heard there was going to be a centaur in this campaign, I was like, that's totally what I would do in character.
I don't know. I'm small.
Yeah, she's
small. The only small one around here.
Naz, by the way, as you are looking around the house and the windows and stuff like that, you don't notice anywhere that like anything that would show you which direction they might have gone or any kind of break-in location or anything like that. But you do notice that the grass is overgrown. You can tell like it just hasn't been maintained in a while, probably because of what she's going through.
Can't even get the neighborhood kids to mow the lawn. It's really sad.
maybe that's
hang around. There's a song playing, you know.
What kind of lawnmower would you use in D&D?
A centaur.
Hey now.
You'll use fireball.
Centaurs don't work good because you got to grab the back legs and tilt them up way too far to get them to reach, to get them to be able to reach.
We got a rock gnome. She can probably finagle something like.
I do. I really like steam-powered machines. I'm into it.
Yeah, she'll come up with something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A
automated steam-powered lawnmower. It's what we need.
We could use steam-powered machine back in the fields at home.
Or we could just get her a goat.
That's fair.
Goats.
I imagine that we're having this conversation as we're walking to this hill.
Yeah.
FYI. We're still moving.
Yeah, she's just standing there like being judged on her.
Man, your lawn looks like shit, lady.
No. We're definitely walking. We're definitely walking.
Yeah, out of earshot.
Yeah, we're out of earshot. We're walking away.
Awesome.
Could you do?
No wonder your kid ran away with a lawn like this.
Can you do a steam powered goat?
I have not done that. I will attempt it though. That sounds awesome.
What's the point of a steam-powered goat? You don't get the milk with it.
Look,
Yeah,
I mean,
does
consider
do
that.
that.
we could be the first people in the history of D&D to have a steam-powered goat.
That's a fair point.
Oh, there's that. I think that would be a first. I'm
I mean, I'm
pretty
not
sure
really
that's
into necromancy though, and I don't want a dead goat, so it has to be like all steam powered.
Yeah.
Are we
yeah.
at the cavern yet?
If she had to go,
With that comment, you guys clear the turn in the road, and you see a clearing in the trees ahead. There's actually a lovely little meadow, and at the far side of the meadow, you see this like rather unassuming little hill. There's some daisies growing on it,
metal mode properly.
and off to the side, you see a little cave entrance.
I'm going to tell the group that I remember that it's rumored that the wizard founder Brenin's bones were supposed to be buried in a very unassuming hill, and I don't know, this could be that.
But we're looking for a little boy. We don't care about no wizard.
Could be haunted.
do we know
I mean,
I'm gonna ask the group, do y'all know anything about Shadow Elves? Anyone know anything about Shadow Elves?
Shadow, you know. Or there's
A blank look goes on Gruck's face, sort of a Mount Rushmore kind of a thing as he tries to think if he's ever heard about Shadow Elves, and he just kind of stops in his tracks.
Oh, don't think too hard, brother.
I mean, there's stories of things that lurked in the forest at night, but nothing as specific as that. I'm afraid.
Anyone who would like to make a nature or arcana check can.
And Migdate starts thinking, like, well,
I got a 14.
I'm at 19. Yay!
I did arcana for 15.
Shadowfae, I'm going to say that Naz, and Gianna, all you really know about them is that they're elves and they're known for being evil, and that they aren't. They used to be from this realm, but really aren't anymore. They're in the Fae realm. Ollie. Hey, Jamie, why don't you give us an extra little tidbit about Shadowfae, considering it says refer to the Tome of Beasts.
Yeah, the Tome of Beasts that's another D20 product published by Kobold Press. They actually did a lot of stuff on Shadow Elves, but I just kind of borrowed the idea. The main point here is, at least from the humans' point of view, these were terrible and evil, and they occupied this region, and they were driven away basically by adventurers and magic long ago, and apparently sealed away, where they could not come back into this realm for a really long time. So back in town, there was like a statue to this guy Brenin in the middle of town, and some people would talk about him from the older side. But as far as what Shadow Elves themselves, they're always, at least from the human perspective and from the legends that go down now, they're always seen as dark and sinister and twisted, and it was a good thing that they were driven out. So they've been used as kind of a boogeyman in stories, that they would be the ones to sneak into your room and snatch you out of your bed at night if you weren't good, that kind of thing.
Well, they say about the Shadow Elves that if you don't leave out like some offering for them at night, they're gonna make your milk and your cheese turn very bad.
Or replace your kid with a changeling? Huh?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But if you're nice and you leave the right present, they're gonna make your butter for you.
As you guys approach this and make your way through this meadow, you also see that there's a river that flows and heads into the trees again, and even a little pool of water at the base of the hill before the river begins. You make your way to the southeastern edge of Brenin, and I'm going to give you some cave features just so that I don't have to like go into details the entire time. You guys can kind of visualize it. So the cavern underneath the hill slopes in varying directions, but only steeply where noted. The main entrance is roughly in the middle of a large hill with a stream that emerges from the base on the southwestern edge. The cave's passages and flowing water are found within the cavern. Inside, there are many shelves, tight crevices, cracks, and small tunnels that branch off in a dozen directions. Perhaps a completely different and even larger cave system exists underneath the known cavern, just waiting to be discovered. The ceilings are uneven and require some characters to duck at certain points, but average around 10 feet high. If a creature is or becomes large size, is anyone large?
I think I'm medium, but I'm considered large when it comes to strength feats.
Okay.
So I'm still medium, but I think I'm like 7 feet tall.
Okay. If at any time, because of reasons, you become large, passages become difficult terrain because of the varying ceiling height. Light, right at the entrance, is technically outside, but the rest of the cavern is dark unless otherwise stated. We will need to talk about light sources or dark vision and stuff like that. Who has dark vision?
Yeah, I'm looking that up right now.
I'm looking up the light cantrip.
Yeah, I have that too. We can cast a light on an object, and it's going to be bringing us light for an hour, I think.
Okay, so you might want to plan for that going into a cave.
Yeah, it looks like I just have regular vision.
Okay, so since you've got 2 mages that are going to be casting light for you guys, that's fine.
Can we see an entrance from where we're standing now?
Yep, in the meadow you can see the entrance ahead. You're kind of making your way over the meadow right now. There is some naturally occurring rocky debris within the cavern, and so there's rubble just everywhere. It's a really old cave. Any areas of rubble are difficult terrain unless you are a tiny creature. But I think we just have small, right? An underground river flows loudly through the cavern, including a waterfall. So listening checks are going to require a higher perception. It's hard to hear. Stalagmites thrust upward toward the ceiling. Cave columns connect with stalactites to form complete structures. So that's in various areas as well. And then water drips everywhere within the cavern. Normal movement isn't a problem, but anyone who attempts to dash must have a dex check or you slip and fall. Underground races have advantage on that check, though. So, gnomes, you're good. All right. Any questions about the cave in general?
I think the biggest one was I'm 7 feet tall, so that was you answered that one.
Yeah, so you're gonna have some difficulty in some of the caverns. Also, you have hooves and it's slippery, so there might be some times when there's rubble that I'm gonna have you dex check.
Yeah, Gruck is not much shorter than the Centaur. He's 6'9" wall of meat.
The funny thing is, after we discussed the character, and I said, "Yeah, I can play a Centaur." Then I was like, "Oh wait, but we're in a cavern."
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Do what you want.
More interesting.
Cool. All right, guys. So, anyone doing anything before you enter the cave?
So who wants light on their shield or anything? I know you can do that too, my religious friend.
Yeah, just I guess I'm gonna put, unless somebody objects, I'll go first, and I'll cast light on my warhammer.
I did kind of want to look around, to see if if anything has entered the cave recently.
Yeah, I'll poke around the entrance.
I think. Yeah, I was gonna ask, could I do an investigation check or a perception check?
So please, the 3 characters that are doing the investigations outside, do a history check at disadvantage.
Oh, history.
Man, you guys are rolling fire.
Okay, just wait till we start fighting, then we'll be like,
Yeah,
ah!
Nas, roll it one more time, please.
Sorry.
God damn. All right. So
Oh wow.
as
Oh wow.
as
We are really good at looking at the ground.
you're real good at this. So as you guys are looking around the entrance, you actually see a lot of like little markings around the entrance of the cave, like grooves in the stone and the dirt. And you realize that the entrance used to be much smaller, but was widened centuries ago. And a walking friendly path was created to enter the cavern. The cave entrance is now 10 feet wide and 8 feet high, though it is overgrown with weeds.
It is kind of curious that they would purposely make this 10 feet high. And normal humans don't go over 6 feet.
10 feet wide.
Oh, 10 feet wide. And how tall?
8 feet.
8 feet? Okay. So I'm thinking like maybe an army?
Well, I mean, that's where the founder of the town next door is, and it became kind of a sacred traveling ground in the past, as someone said. I guess that as people came in more and more, they make more space for more people. They just stopped in the last few years.
Yeah, townsfolk said
that makes sense.
there is shrine inside.
Yeah, so I guess they. But it seems you guys said it's old. I don't know Rock much, but you say it's old, so probably has been done a long time ago.
This was done quite a while ago.
So, what are your light sources that you guys created?
Tom has light on his hammer, and I was offering other people to cast light on their thing. If no one wants it, I can put it in the buckle on the top of my hat.
How long does it last, by the way?
An hour.
Okay.
So yeah, no taker? Okay. And he's gonna cast it on the buckle on his hat, so it's basically like a frontal light.
A good source of light there.
So you got a little miner's helmet on with a little flashlight.
Yeah, it's just like it's kind of a wide brim hat, and there's a buckle in front, and that shows light.
Nifty.
And how far is the light shining out?
I put it in the chat earlier, but let me do it again.
20-foot radius and a dim light for another 20 feet.
Okay.
What is your guys' marching order as you want to enter the cave?
I like to be by the front just so I can, make sure that there's not a huge hole that opens up in front of us and check for stuff like that. Though I don't know that we're expecting anything like that, but I'm happy to take a spot near the front at least.
Yeah, you've learned hanging out with Gruck for a little bit that getting in between him and the excitement is a bad idea, as he will just sort of barrel through people.
So probably Grok is next.
Or first, and I can be right next to him. That's fine.
Whichever you prefer, but that's just so you know, that's kind of his thing.
But we had Tom with his light shield and tanky armor that wanted to be up front. I think that makes sense.
That's
fine.
Okay. I'll go first.
We'll put the three of you in the front.
Yep.
Tom, what's your character's name?
Teslan.
Right?
Decided to keep it simple.
Teslan, if anything looks suspicious, call me up front, because I don't want you falling in something we can't get you out of.
That works.
And then let's see. So we'll have Centaur, Halelia in the back line, right?
Yeah, I'll take up the rear.
And okay, where are you going to be?
Me? I can shoot from afar, so I don't mind too much. So let's say right behind our rogue.
Okay, so I'm kind of thinking 2 lines then. So 3 and 3. So Naz, you good with being in the back too?
I'll because I have a high perception, I will be in the back making sure nothing sneaks up on us.
Sounds good.
I'm thinking that I'll be like in the middle of the back. So like if you have a 3 and 3, so the way like I'll be in the middle. I guess you'd say the middle back.
Cool. That's where I put you. So good. Awesome. So Ollie, what is your passive perception?
Very bad. I'm at 10.
Okay. I would like perception checks from Halalia and Naz.
GM, just so you know, because I'm a variant human, the feat that I took was observant. So my passive perception's 19.
Woohoo! Love it.
Damn.
That's
Nice.
cool. But I do want a active perception. Cool. So Naz. So as you guys are walking, so Gianna, Gruck, and Teslan are in front of you, and then Halalia and Ali are next to you, and you can see Ali's light kind of lighting up as you guys are squeezing into the cave from kind of behind Halalia, like at an angle, Halalia and you. But as you're walking in, the light is making shadows in front of you of all of your party, and you see that there's an extra shadow on the floor in front of you.
I'd tap the shoulder of the nearest person who's next to me
That would be
to try to
Halalia.
get their attention, to try to figure out why we have Halalia, why do we have an extra shadow?
I guess I can kind of look. Do I see the extra shadow now?
Yeah, as soon as Naz points it out, you see that there's a lean figure with long hair standing among you. Just the shadow.
So if I were to reach out into like in real space, if I were to reach out into for the shadow, do I reach anything? Do I touch anything?
No.
Okay, see, that's when I'm going to be looking at one of the magic people and be like, hey, how do we have an extra shadow, but there's nothing here? How's that working?
Next to the shadow, what in my green thumbs are you talking about? And it's now like, oh, what is that? And
Yeah.
he puts the end on the handle of his wand, like a cowboy getting ready to draw. What is that?
I pull my short bow, looking around for the shadow that people are talking about.
As you guys are starting to like gear up and react to this, the shadow seems to like look left and right at the shadows next to it, and then wanders off further into the cave.
Don't like that.
By the way, I revealed the map. All right. So anyone doing anything when you see the shadow walking off?
I'm pointing that direction and be like, that's not right.
Gruck wants to punch it. So he just literally dives at it, slams his fist into the ground where the shadow is.
The ground has taken a point of damage. All right. So as you guys kind of turn down this little pathway here, this chamber has dim light during the day here. A smooth and cleared path coming from the entrance leads to the north. The sound of rushing water can be heard from the east. The south appears to be a natural cave passage. You see the shadow that had kind of calmly walked from your guys' shadows heads toward the east. Perceptions from everyone, please.
Perception.
Wow.
Damn it, Tom. What?
Wow.
Poor man.
That. You ever have that moment where you realize that you're going to pay for all those roles you had when you were creating the character? You're paying for?
Naz, you are the only one who notices that as you are moving forward into this chamber and watching the one shadow head to the east, your shadow is not doing what you're doing. Like it's scratching its head. It kind of leans to the wrong side where the light isn't. It is not doing what you are doing.
Bad shadow.
Okay. Stop. And I stop and try to play the mirror game with the shadow. You know, like when you were a little kid, you tried to mirror your friend. I tried to stop and do that with my shadow.
It kind of like leans sassily on its hip and gives you the finger.
Oh my god.
This cave creepy AF.
Wait, you said it leans? Like it leans back like
Yeah, it like leans on its hip like it's giving you sass, and then gives you the finger.
You gonna take that from your own shadow?
wow.
Please don't punch a shadow again or the floor.
Just
I will punch all the shadows.
I'm not about to punch a shadow, but
I'll do it for you. I run over.
Disrespect.
I run over and punch Naz's shadow.
You successfully.
Well, you don't see it. So.
It turns from
Wait, no.
and actually, what you see as you pull back from punching at it, it had the finger up, and it kind of like tilts its head, and then Naz, what is your main weapon?
My main weapon, I have a longbow and I have a short sword.
It pulls out its short sword.
Those are my main weapons.
I take my great club that I have kind of loosely
we're not
slung
about
over.
to fight a shadow. Like,
I'm ready to go.
wait, stop. Wait, stop.
I like
We're
try
not
to
about to
stop.
fight my shadow, okay?
All right, I pull the club back like I'm going to swing, and I almost hit you in the head from where you're standing. I'm only focusing on your shadow.
Okay, we don't know that they're trying to harm us, Brother
Okay.
Grog.
Right. We don't calm yourself. Can I speak to the shadow? Can I try to talk to the shadow?
Talk to the shadow.
Like, look, shadow. I just say, shadow. You're acting up. Why are you acting up?
This sad display.
The shadows, with short sword still drawn, it kind of slowly, like almost like stalking, walks behind you, Naz. So like its feet are still attached to you, but it's like your shadow's behind.
I don't want to fight. Yeah.
This is trippy.
Yeah. I don't want to fight you. We don't want to fight. I don't want to fight you. You are me. I am you. We are okay.
It just like it's kind of like shaking its head. You can only really tell because like the profile of the cheeks, but it just stays behind you.
I think your own shadow is going to stab you in the back, mate. And Ellie tries to look at his shadow, but he has like the light in his forehead, so it's not working.
The shadow actually like, doesn't move. Like the shadow seems to be aware and like goes where it wants to go, like regardless of the light.
So is your character actually Peter Pan is the real question.
Are you wearing tights?
Well, he is a ranger.
He could be wearing.
I mean, I'm men in tights. This is
The shadow right now.
This is Robin Hood men in tights.
I'm totally getting that vision of you right now. It's great.
Yes.
To everyone
Yes.
not paying attention to the shadow right now, you see that there's a way to go north, east, and south.
So
East has
what
some
I
of
am only paying attention to the shadow.
the east has rubble, so it looks like it might be a little difficult terrain that direction, but
What direction did we come through? Hey, that's why I was like, is that the west?
that's west.
Okay, I just want to make sure that north is actually up and west is to the left.
What are you guys doing?
So either we do something about that shadow that seems to be menacing you from the back, or we keep on walking.
I think let's keep going. I'm ready to get into it.
I'll follow everybody, but I'm literally going to be like paying only attention to the shadow for the moment.
You should.
Yeah.
I can shoot it with my my wand, this magic laser. Pew pew.
How about we not? Can we?
It's Naz's shadow,
not?
guys.
Right, can we
It's
not?
magic. It's not great. It can be dangerous, but
So are we proceeding further
that's
into this
me.
room?
Do we want to go
We are-
south or
we are
east,
proceeding
guys?
further.
Well, I kind of went over here to see what's up towards the north. Not actually going to the north. I just want to see what can I see towards the north.
Well,
Yeah.
you are one of the non-night vision people.
Yeah.
You don't have a light on you, so you're probably not the best to look.
Well, I wasn't really somebody. I was just like, hey, what's over here? Oh yeah, okay.
I'll go with them. I'll check it
Yeah.
out.
More
No.
tunnel.
Now he can see.
Ah,
So what you can see here. Hold, please. The ceiling has collapsed in this passageway, completely blocking it with tons of jagged rock that could take weeks to clear. Alex and Zhang Pao, please make an investigation check since you guys are the ones checking it out.
Yes.
investigation. That's a +4.
Holy
Nice.
butts investigation.
Mm-hmm.
You see that there's these tiny marks on the like around the ceiling and part of the wall that's right by the collapse. That's what you see, Zhang Pao, Halelia. But Gianna, you think those might be like really tiny pickaxe marks. And they're fairly fresh.
Hey guys, I don't think we're the only ones that came into this cave recently. These look like pickaxe marks or something.
like it had been collapsed voluntarily.
Yeah, maybe it was on purpose.
Huh. Should we try and move the rocks out?
It looks like it would take several weeks. I don't know, maybe we should try to find a path of least resistance.
Yeah, I don't see us going through here.
Yeah, let's try south, maybe, guys?
I'm thinking south is the way to go.
Only is gonna go nearby and shine his headlight in that
direction. As you guys are talking, by the way, you realize you're like having to shout because the sound of rushing water is so loud.
What's the direction of the sound of the rushing water?
East.
So beyond the rubble, then.
Oh, there's also that there. I don't know what that is. What's going on over there?
So, Ali, you said you were looking south. So to the south, you see more of a hallway that is opening toward another cavern.
Okay. Well, we got the hallway there. We can keep on going. Anyone checked what's in that corner over there?
I can take a look.
So can you make a dex check for me?
Yes, I can.
Oh.
Nat 20, nice.
So she's like a ballerina on this rubble.
It's true.
So
I took dance lessons.
as you step through, you can kind of peek around and you see that there is a gap of 10 feet in the cave path, just barely wide enough for a curtain of water to spill from a rocky opening above and dropping 40 feet down into a frothing pool below. The noise from the waterfall is so loud. Make an investigation check.
Yes.
Of course, you just rolled well. You see those same jagged pick marks at the mouth of the waterfall, indicating that it was recently widened. A long iron rod fused into the stone on both sides of the gap is all that's left of a bridge. Yeah.
It looks like someone might have knocked down a bridge over here, guys.
You said knocked down.
Like, yeah, they're like, look like there used to be a bridge here, and now it looks like there's just this piece left. Same pickaxes. I think either somebody really wanted to keep stuff in this cavern or really wanted to keep people out of the cavern.
Is that true, Shadow?
Like it.
What you guys doing?
Shadow? Like I asked when they said that, I asked my shadow if that's true.
It looks bored. It's standing with its arms crossed.
So is the waterfall passageway blocked? Is the south the only real way we can go, or
It looks like with the remains of the bridge that was there, the two iron poles, you could potentially finagle a way across.
It just doesn't seem like the easiest path in. So if we want to go for easy, maybe we go towards the south.
Yeah, you have to remember hooves, egg body.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it's not like you can just dangle underneath a rope or anything. Let's make it a little bit harder.
Well, at least the good news is nobody's going to hear your hooves, at least with the waterfall, so that's something.
Yeah, that is a thing. That is very much a thing.
That's a fair point.
All right, so let's head south then, guys, if we're cool with that.
To me. All right.
yeah.
A gentle downward slope leads into this irregular cave that includes several stalagmites and cave columns. Water running down the flowstone of the eastern walls. Let me reveal. So the pool that you see is actually below you, so you don't have to worry about that right now. So you see that this leads down. There's some debris and stuff like that, but it looks like there's a cave to the south that this leads to, and then that pool crossing to the east there.
Yeah, it was kind of tricky trying to represent this very three-dimensional cave on a 2D map.
You did well, I think.
I mean,
That's what I was looking at. I was like, so the passageway is going down.
Hey, Naz, you might want to see if any, like, I don't know, toddler footprints or something as we go through here. Because I don't think, I mean, not that the toddler made his way on his own, because it's pretty creepy for a little toddler to go into. But if he did, he probably wouldn't have gone to the north or to the east because it's impassable. So the toddler must have come this way. If he came this way.
I was thinking that as well, that maybe that we should check to see.
Go ahead and
We
make
should check to see what.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check, and don't forget to move your tokens where you guys are as you're moving into this cave.
Making perception check.
I mean, you have to remember that he's probably not walking by himself if he got kidnapped. He might also be getting carried by the person.
You're not seeing any footprints really. There's so much like gravel and rock debris that it's hard to really tell, and everything's so wet as well. So you're not really seeing any signs of traffic through here.
I got nothing, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it's not like we have a lot of choices to go forward. Let's just keep on going and see what we can find.
Yeah, Gruck wanders into the room and is just sort of looking around at the different cave features.
Yeah, so as you walk in, actually, let me roll a... Okay. So you see... there's these spiky stones that hang from the ceiling and form the cave columns. So you could actually go around the columns of the cave and like hide from your friends. But lots of stalactites in here. As you're kind of exploring through, are you guys hanging up there in the hallway?
Well, being one of the light bearer, I think Ollie is gonna move forward and try to project light in there. Oh yeah, Tesla is also moving around. Ollie's gonna hang out by the doorway to make sure everyone is well lit while they get into the room.
Cool. And keep in mind that this cave is way bigger. I just rolled 20, didn't let me go any bigger, so you guys can all easily fit in here.
Okay.
I would like to have a torch since I'm in the back. You know.
Yeah, I got the torch in my bag right here for you, buddy.
Oh, yeah,
And he hands you a torch from his Dungeoneer's pack.
Do you have a way to light it?
Yes, I have a tinderbox from my Explorer's pack.
Cool. So as you are lighting your torch, as Grok is investigating these columns and kind of looking up, Teslan, you're in the room as well, and as you're kind of looking around, can you roll a perception check for me?
Or shadows.
There you go, 21.
Nice roll.
So as you're kind of looking around and seeing how the light affects the stalactites and the columns and everything, you notice on the floor from your shadow that is also not behaving normally, creatures begin to emerge from your shadows. Please roll initiative.
Creatures from the shadows.
Ah!
I bloody knew it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have to keep down the good road for the actual battle. I mean, come on, guys.
Well, I got the good roll though when I hadn't selected my token, so I don't think it counts. Do it again.
Yeah, it counts. You can change. You can change it in the thing. However, I don't see the tracker out yet.
There you go. Don't forget to click your token and then roll your initiative. Otherwise, it won't register.
Just roll it if you haven't rolled it again, and then you can click on the number on the tracker and you can change it.
That wasn't too bad. Yeah, that makes sense.
Top of the order, ladies and gentlemen. Let me describe to you, Teslan, what you see.
Okay.
Weirdly, it says hit points next to my initiative on turn order.
No idea why, but that's cool. All right, so this actually roll a Arcana check for me. Arcana or History, whichever one's higher for you.
Okay. On my character sheet.
Large eyes and exaggerated humanoid features. This looks like a teeny tiny little miner. Miner. Carrying a little tiny pick.
A little tiny miner carrying...
but if you make your roll, we'll see if, ooh, nice, 20. You recognize this from the tails as a Koblenau, which is a tiny fae. And they're known for being evil.
Okay.
And with that, he's going to hit you with this pick.
Okay.
Or try to.
Impolite.
It is, but evil often is impolite.
So rude.
Does a 10 hit you?
Well, I have an AC of 18.
So that would be a no.
So it has to get over 18 to hit me?
At least 18 to hit you.
Okay. That would be no, yes.
Okay, so...
Transitioning from much older versions of D&D.
All right. First little guy does not hit you. But as soon as he does, he tries to hit you, he takes a swing at you, and then he runs into a far corner of the cave. Next up is... Who's this?
Gianna.
Yana.
Yeah. So I can hear the commotion up front, but I'm also a little hesitant to leave Naz just hanging out by himself. So I'm gonna tell him like, hey, I hear commotion up front, so he knows that we're going further in because I don't want him just like hanging out there. And I'm gonna advance. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I can get all the way up there, 40 feet. So I probably can get to maybe about here. And then I'll take my short bow out and target one of these guys.
Cool beans.
Do I have to click them to target?
You don't have to. You can just, I know what their AC is, so.
Okay. Well, let's try it then.
Just ping, so click and hold on the map over which one you want to hit.
I was going for this guy. Oh, let's see. Is it showing on the map who I'm trying to click? No, it's not.
Click and hold. There it is.
There we go. That guy.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit.
Yay. And now just 3 damage.
And actually, weirdly enough, as your arrow strikes it, you see this flash of darkness. And as soon as that darkness fades, it's gone.
That was weird.
Self-cleaning Koblenau. Very convenient.
Very convenient.
It helps when they do that for you.
What you'll see
Self-cleaning.
as that darkness disappears and you see that it's gone, you hear a mad giggle right next to you.
Oh, great.
All right. Next up, and actually, Tom, you can have an attack of opportunity if you want because it moved away from you.
Okay, I would go for the attack of opportunity. And that's just basically I just swing the.
Yep, you're going to click on your weapon, or you're going to add in do your advanced dice roller with 20 plus whatever your plus to hit is. So it would usually be for a hammer your strength.
Yep.
And proficiency bonus.
Yep.
And proficiency, yes. Thank you.
Comes out to +5. When a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nice.
That's a crit.
So
That'll leave a mark.
That is going to hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
You roll the dice of your damage twice because you rolled a nat 20.
Yep.
And that
First
is
crit
the
of the game, guys.
is that that's including the
Yeah.
So
Nice. So what happens is it takes a swipe at you with its pickaxe and then giggles and goes to dart away, and you just like unload this glowing hammer because it's got light on it. And you see the light kind of hit this ball of darkness, just like the darkness that showed up with Gianna's hit. So right as the light of your hammer connects with this darkness that forms, but instead of what happened with Gianna, where the being disappeared and reappeared somewhere else, you guys just hear this splat crunch, and the darkness did not do enough, and there is just this little Koblenau pancake with some goo stuck to the light of the hammer as one of the Koblenau falls.
So not quite self-cleaning, but I like that sound much better.
But we did get pancakes.
Next up in the order after Gianna is Teslan. It is your turn.
Oh, okay. Is there another one around me? Us?
Yep, there's one just to your right.
Okay. Rinse and repeat. I will
Roll your attack.
We'll squish it.
So 22 is your attack?
Yes. 22.
Okay. Once again, you see a flash of black, but it does seem to connect. You hear that familiar sound now. So go ahead and roll your damage, see what happens. Crunch, splat. You're playing whack-a-mole with these fuckers. Gone. All right, next in the order is Naz.
I have line of sight on any of the bad guys.
Not right where you are, no.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go here. That's 30. I still can't see either one of these two.
No.
Right. So I'm just gonna use my action and
You could go full defense in case something else comes at you.
I'm gonna use my action. I'm not gonna go that 30. That 30. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna use my action to take the dodge action.
Sounds good. Good choice.
Use my action to do the help action. Somebody else.
Not unless there's something specific you're helping them with. So not at this time.
Okay, well, I will use my action to dodge.
Sounds good. All right, next up is another one of my friends. So, let's go with our big, beefy monk friend. So he is going to take a swing at you. I can't roll. And as soon as he takes a swing, he's going to run. You can take an attack of opportunity.
And I will. Great club.
Roll your attack. Oops, I just made him bigger. Oh, well. The little flash of black happens, and the club connects with the ground, and over in the corner, you hear that manic giggle.
Yeah.
Huh, you missed that 16. Damn.
All right. So next up is... Who's that? Let's find out. It's another one! Oh, boy. He's going to run up and take a swing at Gianna. Does a 14 hit you?
It does.
Yay! They're so excited. It finally hit.
No.
Oop. Take 5 piercing.
Whew.
Ouch.
So the pickaxe just connects with your calf, and it shrieks in glee and takes off away from you and into the corner. You can take an attack of opportunity.
I will do so. I'm going to go ahead and use my short bow with that. But probably not going to hit there.
It giggles like hell as you are in so much pain that your crossbow just pings off the dirt behind it.
Great.
All right, next up is Ollie.
All right, Ollie is gonna see all the chaos and gonna be all right. The time to get to work then, and he's gonna put his sleeves up, move right there, and I think he has a vision on this guy in the corner right there. Does he?
Yep, that's totally good.
Yeah, so he's gonna take out his one from its holster like a cowboy taking out a gun, and he's gonna shoot a Nidrich blast at it.
Do it.
Blast.
Does 18 hit?
18. You see that little flash of black again? But then you hear a as it connects with flesh.
All right.
Ooh.
8 force damage. Pow.
Oof. As it does that, you actually see that it's pinned to a hole in the rock behind it, and it struggles for a minute and then just falls limp.
Get it.
And he blows the tip of his wand. And then there's someone else.
All right, next up was going to be that boy, but he gone.
Woo!
Next up is Hit Points, also known as Jamie. What you doing?
So Gruck is going to step forward in between those two, and I'm going to swing my great club down with one side while I'm sweeping my leg up as my bonus strike with to kick one and hit the other.
Nice.
All right, so the first attack will be the great club, second will be the bonus strike.
Great. The first one misses. The second one hits.
Excellent.
And with the miss, you do see the little black ball appear, and it moves, and the creature is no longer near you. Go ahead and roll your damage on the one that you hit. Boom! Crushed against the rock. There's a nice little blood skid mark on the side of the rock there.
Nice.
All right. Next up is Hilalia. What are we doing?
So can I go right here?
Where? Yes, you can, but I'm going to make you make a dex check to see if you fall over. Because there's some debris in the way, and you've got big horsey hooves.
See, dex. So let's see, dex is +2.
If I'd have known a centaur was going to be in the group, I'd have brought my coconuts to.
Right?
You gotta give him the timing.
I only said in chat a few times. A 14.
14? You stay up. It's a little slick. You can feel it, but you're being a little careful there. So go ahead and do your attack.
Let's see. Oh, you know, I forgot to find out what's just gonna be. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Action. There it is. +4.
That's going to hit. No black ball this time. And once again, so what move are you doing?
Oh, just a basic attack with a great axe.
That thing's cleaved in half. There are 2 squiggly little parts of this Koblenau left.
That'll leave a mark.
And with that, all of the Koblenau are defeated.
Then I'll just kind of look at the group and say, what was 1 is now 2.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, give me 1 second to clean that up.
That's okay.
Ooh,
I
that
got
hurt, guys.
I gotta-
I got some damage.
I gotta take a minute to clean off my hammer.
Yeah, you got a pretty bad scar there. Wish I could help right now, but think I should keep my magic before for a moment that's someone's on death's door. Nothing personal, you know.
We have 2 healing potions.
We can
As you
patch people up later.
discuss this as well, you notice around you that the bodies of these Koblenau have begun to dissolve into tiny pools of black sludge, and those that black sludge seems to be dissolving even further and burning away as an acrid smoke.
Same as the goo on my hammer.
Yeah, it's turning into sludge.
That's kind of disgusting.
Yuck. I'm gonna just put some maybe gauze on my leg and we'll worry about fixing this up later.
So now I can go back to my self-cleaning Koblenau joke.
Yeah.
From here, you realize that this little alcove is as far as it goes. So the next place to go would be where we have to cross the stream there. Or go back up to the waterfall. That's an option too.
Well, what's past the stream?
Well, gee.
I will investigate.
So the stream is at least 10 feet across. So you can kind of see on the other side. Let me reveal.
Now, that part right there, is that like a pool of water right there?
Yeah, but it's down further from where you are, right?
Okay.
Am I seeing this right, Jamie?
This area down here is lower, and it's more of like a rock wall, so you actually can't go to the other side from here.
Oh, okay. So we'd have to literally climb down into the water.
Yeah, the way it goes. So this is one of the trickier parts visually to represent. But yeah, this area here is basically closed off. You have to go back up because everything you see here is meant to be more of like an actual cave wall, and everything you're seeing where the water is much further down.
So it looks like we would have to go back and cross the waterfall then.
Yep.
Waterfall it is, guys.
There's no choice.
Alrighty then.
All right, let's go back up and figure this out. I got some rope, and I can conjure a little magical hand that could bring it on the other side and tie it, but
I mean, I have rope too. If you want to do like a rope going on top and a rope going on bottom, something like that.
yeah, we could do that.
How are we gonna get the Centaur across?
That's
yeah.
a thing. I mean, I do have
how-
a climbing kit, so.
So how far is the gap?
10 feet.
All right.
That's not too bad.
You might be able to make it with a good running jump for the Centaur. I don't know.
I
mean, if you're like 7 feet tall, I'm guessing that you're like, I don't know, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet long, and then that's just another couple feet for you.
Back home, we are goat, and they can jump that far. So I guess you can.
Okay, with a running start, Grux has a long jump of 16 feet.
Damn.
Based on 5th edition rules. So Grux is just gonna say, fuck it. And he backs up, grunts, and then just runs, charges straight into the water, and just dives as far as and as hard as he can, and hopes he makes it to the other side.
Please make a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics?
Well, the intention there, the intention would actually be to be strength based, like athletics, so that I'm using my power to just shoot myself across.
Do an athletics check then.
Gianna watches in horror and awe.
Wait, so jumps are strength based?
Yes.
They can be because you're using your muscles,
So how do you figure out how far your jump is?
The jump rules in 5th edition are one of the more stupidly complicated things, but there's actually a little website that I have that does all the math for me that I actually used it when I ran this game so people could figure that out. So yeah, I plugged in my strength score and my character's height, and I now know that I have 16 feet horizontal, 6 feet high jump, and I can reach and grab something 16.1 feet off the ground.
Damn, that's awesome.
So
Can you share
Gruck
that?
takes his running leap and turns around and looks at you like, what?
But soaking wet.
All right, let's throw the rope to him then. Awesome.
Yeah, I can bring and Ollie's gonna take out a rope from his backpack and he's gonna put it on the ground and point his wand/gun at it and shoot a little hand out of it. It's gonna pick up and it's gonna start dragging the rope across.
Okay. Yeah, the other side hasn't been revealed, so I can't put myself over there and see what's up.
I will do that right now.
And luckily, I have dark vision, so I can actually see.
And Ollie, I look at you and I was like, dude, I meant just throw it. Like, throw it with your hand.
It's just like I can just bring it there with the hand. See, and the little hand is floating with the rope and bringing it across.
Show off.
Hey, if I wanted to be like throwing and like juggling stuff, I would be in circus. I do magic because I don't want to have to do all that stuff.
Makes sense.
All right, so the other end of the rope, does it make it over to me?
You have to kind of have the hand go around the waterfall because the pressure from the waterfall will just pummel that thing.
Don't drop it.
All right.
Once I get the rope, I'll just wrap it around my big beefy hands and hold on to it tightly.
I like that you had to show in exchange for push to talk there. I've been there.
I have big hands. They're a nice prop.
So with that rope there, anyone that's using the rope in the bar to help themselves across can have advantage on their check.
I'll go next. I'm pretty light. And I'm going to just jump with the rope and hope that if I don't make the jump, that our brother's got the rope and that he'll be able to fish me up.
Okay, go
Sure.
for it.
All right, here we go. And I would like to go for the acrobatics
I'm
part
fine
of it.
with that.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
You just... crap. Too late. I just realized, wait, you're just a gnome.
Yeah.
A 10 feet throw is not that big a deal, and brother can catch on the other side.
You have advantage.
Oh, then I will use advantage. Or I could have just rolled again. That would have worked too. Oh, well. Well, I did that.
It's a little slick for you along some of the edges, but with the rope and him supporting you, you make it across.
Whew.
Who's next?
We'll go last.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go, brother.
The Centaur's probably going to have to jump just like I did.
I'll go.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'll go last.
I'll go.
Okay,
I don't know
Nas.
where I'm going.
So what are you doing?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics? Are you tying the rope around you?
I'm going. Yeah.
So that means, Ollie, you're bringing the rope back over with Mage Hand, and
Yeah, I guess if people are doing it that way, I will. Yeah.
okay. And then
Who-
make your acrobatics jump with advantage.
Who's already over on the other side with me?
Just Gianna. Oof. So definitely slippery with all that water. But you get over there, and once again, with your beefy half-orc friend, you're able to get across. Tom, it's just saying other proficient.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right, I guess it's my turn to go. He's gonna bring the rope back. It's like, not very good at this, so you get ready to bring me back up. And he's gonna start running and doing acrobatics. And he nails it.
You don't even need the help. You like tie the rope around you, and then you just gracefully gallop across, and you're like, I'm good.
Well, apparently the goddess is on my side today. That's good to know. And he swings the rope back to the other side.
Okay, so just a strength roll, right?
Yep.
If you're not
You're
proficient,
jumping
yeah.
for it.
Okay.
And you make it. All right, and last but not least, we have our centaur.
Okay, so what she's gonna do is she's gonna take out her great axe. She's gonna hold on to it
Oh, okay, that's where it is.
so that if she does slip, she's able to just use it to just throw it into the side of the mountain. That she's gonna use.
She's not sticking with the rope. She's just gonna use her axe to.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's just gonna be a straight athletics check.
go ahead.
And then if she doesn't make it, then she'll use the great axe to kind of throw it into the side of the mountain or the wall or whatever.
Okay, make no advantage, but make your strength check.
Strength is 4.
Whew.
I wish I could roll like you guys. Damn it. All right. You make it gracefully across like the half-horse human you are. All right. You have all made it to the other side. Please move your tokens. And make room for your centaur friend to get across since she's coming last. As she lands,
it is going to be a rather big ka-thunk that might echo around the cavern. So
I'm pretty sure we're not quiet.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be like a loud booming thing throughout the cave of boom, 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 boom.
Gianna,
Yes,
does a 16 hit you?
it does.
Please take. Ooh, hold on, that's wrong. I meant to put in 2d6, and I put under 266.
Oh my god, you're trying to kill me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You got hit with a howitzer.
Yeah, right?
Damn.
Like, jeez.
They're tired of fooling around. They just dropped the mountain on you.
Yeah, right? Oh my god.
Basically.
That can't be right. Okay. Take 9 piercing damage.
And it's to my 5 earlier. I am down. I am
Oh, God.
-5.
Oh,
You guys hear a
Oh,
little.
God.
If you listen real closely, because the waterfall is so loud, and you see an arrow or a bolt hit Gianna right in the back between the shoulder blades, and she goes down. As you look for where the source of the bolt came from, you see that shadow, the long, lean shadow with the long hair, slip.
Did you say split?
slip.
into that little crevice.
Um,
Are we rolling
Give her a health
initiative
potion.
or wait? Before you do that, actually, no. Ali is gonna shoot an Eldritch blast in the direction of the shadow, and then turn around and shoot a much brighter and nicer blast at his fallen comrade, and give her 1d6 hit point.
One of those is the bonus action.
Yep.
So I just do 1d6, yes?
I rolled it, so you get 4 hit point back, so you're at 4 now.
I'm at -1 now.
There's no such thing in 5th edition. You're at, if you go down, you go down. You're at 0.
Oh boy, I like that.
The only time it matters is if your hit point maximum is doubled under.
Oh, then you're dead.
Then you're dead.
Got it. Okay. I am at 4. Thank you.
And you want me to roll for my attack on the shadow?
Yes, please roll it at a disadvantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to take the thing, so I'm just going to roll another time. And I got 8 both. So
Does not connect.
he blasts his wall and then blasts next to him to bring her back up.
I get up, shake it off. Whew, that fucker.
He's going to offer you a hand to help you back up.
Will we fit down that crevice?
Well, yeah, I mean, my big question is this all happened fast. We know what that do. We are we going in some kind of initiative order, or are we?
I mean, we can, but the shadow is gone.
Well, Gruck is planning on just charging straight after head first with no strategy or thought.
Please make a dex check.
I mean, I was going to do the same thing, so.
Everyone has to make a deck.
Excellent.
Nope, just him.
Did you hear what I said?
You're going to, but hold on, please.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Druck, you rolled a 4. So as you slip and fall prone and slide for 15 feet down this very narrow passageway. So go ahead and move yourself. Hilalia, you cannot fit through this passage.
Okay. So the part right here, is that where I would get stuck?
Yep, so you see when it starts getting real narrow in there?
Okay, I'll just be right there, just kind of grunting frustration.
There you go. I revealed a little more to you.
So how far down do you think I slid?
You were about there, and from where you started, I think would have been like around here.
So this is where you slid to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
What's everyone doing?
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of yell down, and be like, "Hey, you okay? Do you need help?"
Spin in place to make sure there's nobody else who's gonna hit us.
Roll a perception.
All part of Gruck's plan.
I'm gonna follow Grunk. I'm pretty curious about what just shot me.
Yeah.
I don't think that's.
Well, you can fit in that, but our friends cannot. So,
I'm trying to get Grunk back out.
So make a dex check.
Okay. All right. Let me do that first.
You make it through. You're like, this is easy.
Yeah. Right.
but it's uncharacteristically slippery and
Say that word again, honey.
No. No. Took me all I had to say it properly. So, yeah. So it is weird that it's all that slippery in there.
I'm going to call out to him in front of me. Grunk, Halelia can't get through. We got to turn around.
Push to talk.
Someone shot at us.
I know. I'm the one who was shot. I'm upset too. But I just don't think we're all going to fit this way. And the last thing I want to do is split up our group.
Not do that.
You tried punching it last time. It didn't work.
What can I see from here?
From here, you have dark vision, right?
Yeah, we both do.
Yeah, for 60 feet.
You can see a couple of chambers. So this little chamber kind of breaks into a couple different directions you can go. And you see a little shadow flicker and then disappear into the darkness.
Where did the flicker come from?
I'm pinging on the map.
Yeah. Grunk, I think it's making us chase it on purpose. I think it wants us to be separated from the group. We have to go back.
But then it shoots us in the back if we go back.
No. We are going to get it next time. We're going to be vigilant. We are going to get it. By the time we get out of this cave, all the bad things are going to be dead. I mostly guarantee that.
Fine. All right, I'll carefully get back up and shuffle my way back up the passageway if that's what they really want me to do.
For comedy purposes, please roll another dex check.
Oh, good.
Oh my god.
Let's see. I'm good.
For comedy purposes.
Oh my God.
Please roll the check.
You make it. I really wish you made that DC 15 because that would have been better. Yeah, you guys make it back up the little narrow passageway.
You guys, I think they did it on purpose to get us to follow it. I think that these things are cleverer than we first thought.
Gruck is going to keep one eye on that opening of that passageway until we leave this area entirely.
Well,
Fair.
let's make sure that we keep our eyes open. I don't get many more of that. And I point. I don't get many more of these lasers that I did for you before we take a little break.
Art, the darkness is encroaching in this area. Oh, okay. Darkness was just having a tough time going away.
Yeah. The
All
shadows just fluctuate in and out.
So what does it look like over in this area?
So over in that area, up there, you've got a couple of more directions you can go in. This cave just seems to never end.
North. North, I impulsively go in the direction of.
I will do some investigation on North.
So
I would like to do a perception check.
roll a
to see
perception,
if there's
both
any
Naz
traffic.
and Gianna.
Perception or investigation?
Perception, because you're not close enough up there because he's ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not gonna do it.
So I kind of hang back here, press my back
I'm
against the
running
cave
trash.
wall, and try to see if anything comes back out. I'm gonna try to kind of semi-hide and keep an eye around the corner.
I would be looking around.
So as you, let me see here. Where's everyone? There. So in this room, a moderate slope leads up to this chamber, filled with cave features, including many hanging stalactites that glisten in any light. Actually, you spot hints of light from cracks and small tunnels in the 20-foot high ceiling. And Tom, you're the one who sees this. A half dozen skeletons of small animals, showing a number of broken bones, litter the cave floor.
Something's been eating in that room.
I look for the skeletons of a small child.
This is all as you're looking around. Rats and chipmunks and mice and small birds.
This is where something
Are you guys in this room?
I don't.
Because you're looking. So at least Alex is, and Teslon, you said you were barreling in, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Which the room I'm heading into?
Just give me one moment before anyone else moves.
Yep.
I'm staying put anyway.
Yeah, I'm hanging out in the back with our half-orc friend just to make sure that everything's okay.
So who has the lights again?
A Teslan and myself. So
That's what I thought.
Torch.
this guy and this guy.
Okay.
And I gave a torch to someone.
Nas.
Well, I would be in this area right here.
Teslon and Gianna, please roll an investigation.
Okay.
I so like rolling wisdom base rolls better.
I just rolled poorly.
So we're not going over here, but we are going up here. We're going north.
Yes.
That's the plan.
Well, I wouldn't. I think.
It's a little loose.
Yeah, calling it a plan is admittedly
I have witnessed
overstating
no
it.
plans today whatsoever.
Yeah, that's overstating it, but that's where we're going. Yes, because
It's a plan.
yeah.
It's a direction.
Yep.
I think that would
I like
It's
direction.
direction.
Yeah, direction is the proper way of saying it.
Yep.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Right. We're about to have a problem.
We're about to have an opportunity to solve a problem. Got to look at the optimistic side of things.
All right, so it does get a surprise round on Teslon.
It's a thing with tentacles.
There, I did my surprise face. Now can I hit it?
Ouch. Okay.
Although you do a much better surprise face than I do, Sarah.
Yeah, I don't like that she made a surprise face.
Wait a second. We're missing Nazir in there because he couldn't get. I don't know why he couldn't get his initiative in.
It's working now.
All right, so change it to 19.
All right, here we
All
go.
right.
Something splats against your head as it drops from the ceiling.
Oh god.
This is going to be nice.
Oop, let me turn off advantage. Hold on.
Yeah, please don't give it advantage.
Oh my
No,
god.
but when you
Oh
roll
my
for
God.
creatures, you're always gonna have the two rolls. You just say pick the first one.
Whatever. Okay. So the first one misses.
Whew.
14. Does that hit you, Teslon?
No, it does not.
Does a 22 hit you?
Not. Yes, it does currently. And let me come back in 2 levels.
And a 25.
Oh man.
Okay, let me come back in 10 levels.
So you get 2 hits.
Damn, somebody did make this room tougher.
Well, you know who to blame.
We gonna die.
Don't say that. Don't
appears
say
that-
that.
It appears that this, for now, it's not doing damage, but just stating an effect.
All right. So, Tom, you are grappled.
Okay.
You have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Disgusting.
A 9 does not hit you, right?
No, it does not.
All right. So you are just restrained at this point.
Or am I restraining it passively?
That's one way to think of it.
Let's go with that.
It's
Nice of you to let it. It can chew on you for a while we look around this cave.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna go chew, but yeah, I'm keeping it busy while you guys attack it.
So it's this large, like, it looks like a jellyfish, but it's like this rock jellyfish. And it's got tentacles and a mouth that it just tried to take a bite out of Teslon, but it didn't work. All right, so top of the order. Teslon.
Okay, so what does the condition of grapple do to me? It just means
You are restrained, so what you need is to make strength saving throws to break its grip, but you are at disadvantage for those with this guy. So you're going to make a strength saving throw and hit your disadvantage toggle.
Okay. Oh, wrong sheet. That's what my problem is. All right, disadvantage. Now I know where that is now. And
11 is not enough to break it.
okay.
So you spend your turn just struggling.
But really keeping it occupied. So
Next
feel
up?
good about that.
Next up is Hilalia.
Alrighty, so I can move 40. I can probably run up. If I were to run, if I were to run up to right here, would that be more than 30?
There's a measuring tool you can use to find out exactly how far it is on the
You
map.
do that.
On the left-hand side of the Roll20 window, just one block over the dice. Get the circle with the line in it.
Circle with an. Oh, okay. No, that's not it. Freehand, draw shape, polygon, text. Move.
Just over
You're
the
like 20
dice
feet.
icon.
Just over the what? The what?
The dice, the die icon.
And no snapping. Is that what I'm looking for?
Just click on that icon. Don't worry about what's the menu appearing on the. And
Okay.
you can do that. Whee!
Oh. No, that's okay. Well, that's cool. We'll just do that then. And just come over here. Do I have to do a dex?
Yes, please.
See, I knew what I was doing there.
Yay!
Go back to 2.
Flippity
Okay.
flop.
You know, we forgot the.
I don't think I tried that one.
Good.
I guess I fell down. No.
Yep, you slip on the debris and the wet debris, and you fall. So half your movement is going to go to getting back up.
Oh man.
Okay. That's pretty much that. That's good because I only had 20 feet of movement left.
But you can still attack.
I can. Yeah. And attack will be with. Where's attack? Where is attack? Actions. Okay, 4. Oh. 15 hit.
15 hits.
All right. Oh, plus 2. Okay, so that would be 5, 6, 7.
7 damage.
Yes.
All right. And what are you doing to it?
It's just a regular heavy axe, great axe.
Okay. So as you swing your axe, it connects and causes a deep gash in it. It screeches, but does not let go of Teslon. Thomas, we're gonna go backwards since we skipped you in the order. It's your turn.
Yeah. Well, Ali's gonna move in to get a good line of vision, and he's gonna aim and shoot an Eldritch blast at it.
Do it.
This is 17. Yeah. Okay. Boom. 7 force damage.
Awesome.